Sound the siren. Wee woo wee woo wee woo.
Oh. No one invited you to the party.
Okay, I can faintly see them.
Oh.
Sometimes it's like looking at two very hazy dark clouds.
Yeah. It can be.
Get back here.
While we were talking about, like, growth with, like, YouTube channels and stuff, I couldn't help but remember when I first started.
Yeah.
Had no idea what the fuck I was doing. Couldn't do most of my videos, had to have my friends with me. Like I didn't do any videos on my own, and when I did, the only time I spoke was, you know, when I was reading something. And maybe a few reactions here and there. But that's it. I said nothing else. And it was just, like, looking back, it's just like, oh my god. But then, like, and then I got into my cringy state where it's like, oh my god.
Yeah, you kept saying how you were trying to be someone you're not.
Yeah, I kept saying things that Markiplier said. I said things that Jacksepticeye said. I was just literally word for word saying things that the popular YouTubers had said in their videos. And I wasn't being me. So, during a live stream for another YouTuber that I watched was doing, I asked him, how do you commentate on your videos so well? And he's like, I just talk about whatever's on my mind. And it's like, well, somehow and I'm just like, well, somehow it works. And then it took a bit of time for me to really finally get comfortable with, yeah, I don't have to talk all the time, but just talk sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you know, getting your reaction in there, talking about your thoughts, if there's really nothing going on at the moment, you know, just kind of like, oh, hey, I like thinking about this, hey, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, I find it difficult to react to things in, like, my own way instead of, like, seeing somebody else's reaction and feeling their happiness or how hyped they are.
Or panic.
Or sad.
In case of, like, horror games and whatnot, because I just... like, in the moment, it's just like, oh, something bad's happening, time to freak out. And then when I think back on it or listen back to it, I'm just like, what the hell was I even doing? That was a bunch of gibberish.
Yeah. Anyway, Maya's gone.
Again. How did she even get out with the door locked?
And she left a message.
Like, Mayu is a mortal being. Unless Sai unlocked the door, let her out, and then locked it again just to fuck with you.
You two go on by yourselves. Don't look back.
The parallels.
Only one was a bit more. One had a bit more of a deadlier consequence than the other.
Yeah, but she said the exact same thing at very similar moment.
Yeah. Hello, Mayu. How are you? Are you chasing the butterflies again? We told you. We talked about this. We said not to chase the butterflies. And yet here you are, chasing the butterflies. We know they're pretty, but that doesn't mean they're good for you. And then I do cringy shit like that sometimes. Like, what the fuck? There are just some things where I wonder why I said something.
Yeah, I used to think like that too. So, also today, I did a few hollow missions for Kingdom Hearts 358. That was fun. It wasn't too bad. Usually enemies are like 3 times harder.
Yeesh. As if the game isn't punishing enough at times.
Yeah. It's a really good thing that I chose beginner.
It just like... Otherwise you'd be probably be banging your head on the wall trying to figure out what the fuck. How the fuck do I beat this?
Yeah. Because, like, there's no changing the difficulty once you've started.
Like, I tried to play it on normal. It was rough. And I was still in the tutorial at the time.
There's Broken Neck.
Damn it! Leave the sister alone.
Do I talk to the hint boy or try to chase after her? Because I know I have to trigger, or because that might trigger something, I mean.
You try and open the door to the bridge. It's locked. And then I think you go to Hint Boy. Oh my god. I was able to figure this out just fine. No. Yeah, you do go to you go to Hint Boy. And then he points you towards the dollhouse.
Look, I'm in a movie. If this game was ever re-released, like, they'd probably, like, add her shadow in front of the projector or something. Because details.
Actually, this game was remade, but it never released in the US.
Ah.
It's literally called Fatal Frame 2 Wii Edition.
Oh.
It uses the
that.
same... Yeah. It was only released in Japan and Europe, and it used the same mechanics that Fatal Frame 4 does.
I'd really like to try Fatal Frame 4 someday, but I don't have a Japanese Wii.
Nor do you have... No, patched anything.
That was close. Folklore 5. So is there a point where I ever have to listen to the radio stuff? Because I mean it's nice context, but doesn't feel required.
I mean, the only thing I can really the only time I can really think you have to listen is if you're stuck in because Mayu's thing like constantly, like every time you listen to it, it tells you this and this, which means you gotta go there.
Okay.
Like so far that's the only time. Everything else is purely like backstory and lore for whoever dropped it. Whoever dropped that stone.
Okay.
At least it's what I've noticed. I listened to all of them, and so far only Mayu Stone is kind of a hint. Tell you where to go next.
So, I said this last time, but I do plan on playing Drakengard 3 and Left Alive. Even though I don't really know anything about Front Mission, but I don't think that's required.
Only thing you need to know is Wanzers. Wanzers exist.
Yep.
That's really it. I'm not sure about story-wise, but I don't think anyone that even enjoys the Front Mission games considers it canon to the universe.
They want to get that thing as far away from it as possible.
It's almost as much as Front Mission Evolved.
What's Front Mission Evolved?
It was technically the US's Front Mission 5 because the actual Front Mission 5 never got released outside of Japan. You fuckers. But you know what's weird? Our first Front Mission Front Mission 3. And it was numbered Front Mission 3. We never got 1 and 2. Why'd we get... Why'd you number this 3?
That reminds me of the whole Final Fantasy VII situation.
Reminds me of Clock Tower as well, because we never got the first Clock Tower on Super Nintendo. Our first Clock Tower was technically Clock Tower 2, and then Clock Tower. Our Clock
That's the
Tower
one where
2.
you run from the Scissor Man, right?
Yes.
That was Clock Tower 2.
The one on the PS1. I labeled it correct. I labeled it as Clock Tower 2 because it was Clock Tower 2. And I'd already played the first one a long ass time ago, and I don't know why I was just like, no, I'm not playing it again. I already played it. That's it. When it wouldn't be hard to just do a redux of it. Like, especially since there is, something to help it work with, like, the mouse. Because the Super Nintendo had a mouse.
Yeah, I remember that. It was one of the many accessories.
Yeah, but for some reason, Clock Tower didn't really do anything with it. Someone had to make a ROM with a patch for it to work with the Super Nintendo mouse, and it's like,
yeah,
really?
Wasn't that like for mostly Mario Paint or something?
I believe so. There may have been like 1 or 2 other games that utilized it, but I at least know about Mario Paint.
Yeah. So yeah, your least favorite place in the entire game.
Yes, I am aware. I am trying to distract myself by talking about other stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I know you probably want me to like
Stay focused.
stay focused, but I hate this house so much.
Yeah, I remember getting really lost the first time.
It's only gonna happen again. Like the second time you come into this house, the second time I came into this house,
Yeah,
like,
I can see the next room from this wall. Why can't I do anything? Why isn't the ghost showing up now?
because there's a sequence to it. You gotta wait for him to start mumbling when you're in this room, because he's in the next room talking about God knows what.
Yeah. Anyway, back to Clock Tower. I personally love the third game. It's goofy as heck.
Oh God, yeah. I still need to play it, but I like before that is Clock Tower 2 Struggle Within. And
how many Clock Tower 2s are there?
Well, technically
this feels like the third one.
It's technically a spin-off. It wasn't meant to be a numbered sequel. Hence, the original title is Clock Tower Ghost Head. It was not meant to be numbered, but because we never got Clock Tower 1, and our Clock Tower 1 was Clock Tower 2, so the localizers decided to label Clock Tower Ghost Head as Clock Tower 2.
Oh.
It's the Final Fantasy fiasco all over again.
Oh, jeez.
But then it just converges, because Clock Tower 3 is Clock Tower 3 in all countries.
Okay.
Yeah, so...
Was there ever a fourth one?
No. No.
Oh, that's sad.
There is a spiritual sequel made by the man himself. It's, It's on Steam.
She was frozen today.
Why am I forgetting the name of it? I own it. Like, it's literally in my Steam library. I own it. Why am I forgetting the name of it? I wanted it bad enough.
Wait, it's on Steam?
Clock Tower Spiritual Successor Nightcry. That's the name of it.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah. It is a spiritual successor to...
If my laptop didn't have an encoding problem running Steam games, then I'd probably check that out.
Holy, oh. Never mind. I was gonna say, I was going to say, it might be on consoles, but the only other platform it's on is the Vita.
Oh.
I am sorry to say.
I miss the PS Vita. That was a good console.
I never touched it. I just never really had the money for it, and at the time my family was kind of dealing with money problems, so couldn't get it. Like, we were having trouble paying our rent, financial problems.
I just wanted the Vita so I could play Danganronpa 1, 2, and Ultra Despair.
Oh yeah, because at the time Danganronpa was only on the Vita.
Yeah.
But now it's on Steam. Yay! And I have all of them.
It's your favorite character.
Well, if you're gonna be like that, you would say that the doll twins are my favorite characters. Her head is through the stairs.
Yeah.
I would say get back down, but I don't know if that's possible.
I just did.
Yep. So I don't know why I was like, you might get stuck on her, but it's like, she's a ghost. You go through her.
Yep. Film real. Anyway, she's swimming down the stairs. I can barely see her. I was off to the left.
It's not your fault. She decided to fall over to the right.
Yeah, and I couldn't move the camera because, like, when she does that, it's like I'm stunned or something. Shockwave in the floor. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused about it too. Those are...
Got it.
She did. That fatal frame killed her. Again.
I enjoy that character.
I'm not gonna imitate her. I don't think number one, don't think I could. Number two, that would make a lot of noise. Like, more noise than I usually make.
What about quiet yelling? That's pretty good.
I'm... Oh, Lord above. Ugh.
4,000 off.
And give it time.